A convoy of trucks rumbles along roads shimmering in the heat from Richards Bay on the Indian Ocean through the African bush to a vast platinum mine. Here in Potgietersrus, 5 mechanics and 2 assistants will be spending the next few days assembling a 500-ton hydraulic excavator, the RH200E from O&K. On a flat surface in the mine, measuring about 40 by 70 meters, the first part to be assembled is the slew ring. The surfaces have to be clean, dry and free of grease and oil. Adhesive is applied and spread uniformly. A 120-ton crane now lifts the slew ring onto the undercarriage. The screws are tightened by hand to the engaging torque, and then with a hydraulic wrench to the prescribed tightening torque. The middle section of the undercarriage is now connected to one of the 2 track carriers. The screws are tightened as prescribed. The middle section is jacked up with sturdy supports. The second track carrier can now be mounted. Slowly, the crane lifts the 35-ton load into position beneath the undercarriage, an operation which demands millimeter precision. Here too, the screws are precision tightened with a hydraulic wrench. A bulldozer helps join up the tracks. Each track pad weighs almost a ton. The slew ring gearing is lubricated with heavy-duty grease. Adhesive is applied and spread uniformly. Now, a second 100-ton crane joins in. Directed by just one marshaller, the 2 cranes lift the frame of the superstructure onto the undercarriage. A dowel pin is used to help fix the frame on the slew ring. Once again, the screws are tightened by hand to the engaging torque and then hydraulically to the prescribed retightening angle. Each screw is marked as it's tightened. The boom cylinders are now mounted on the frame. The pins are sprayed with a lubricant before being inserted. Using 2 cranes again, the 37-ton motor module is set down on the frame. Work for specialists. Using laser alignment, the electric motor is adjusted to within 1/100th of a millimetre. The cab module with its built-in electric switchgear compartment is next on the list. The 4 slew gearboxes are installed. Before the boom is lifted, the stick cylinders and hydraulic hoses are mounted. The boom, now weighing about 50 tons, is carefully positioned by the 2 cranes. A large wheel loader helps drive in the massive lubricant-sprayed boom footpin. A mobile platform is used for work at greater heights, like here in the mounting of the boom cylinders. With one of the 2 cranes, the 7.2-ton cooler module is now installed and bolted from inside. The heaviest excavator module is the 60-ton counterweight. This is the last job which requires the use of the 2 cranes. The huge counterweight is lowered slowly onto the frame. The screws are tightened as prescribed with a torque multiplier. For safety reasons, railings, bridges and walkways are assembled. The superstructure can now be completed with grease barrel, tool cabinet and service crane. The mobile platform is needed once again, this time in order to mount the stick. Here again, a wheel loader is used to drive in the lubricant sprayed pin. The mobile working platform makes it easier to mount the stick cylinders. Great care is needed when it comes to fitting the extra-large soundproof cab. Several days are now spent installing the excavator's hydraulic and electric lifelines. Grease and hydraulic oil are filled in, and the electricians check everything once again before the dramatic moment arrives. Monitored by the board control system, the motor is started up for the first time. At the same time, the mine is preparing for deployment of the giant hydraulic excavator. 650,000 tons of rock are ready for loading. But first, the bucket has to be mounted. Once again, a wheel loader helps drive in the pin. Now the two bucket cylinders are installed, while the cable drum is being mounted and connected up at the undercarriage. The giant RH200E excavator, with its 25 cubic meter bottom dump bucket, is now ready to proceed to its deployment location. Show of strength, the huge bucket loosens the tightly packed rock pile and begins loading the 150-ton trucks. The RH200E, high loading performance even under the most extreme conditions.